Hi, I'm Ben Lucas, wedding photographer, and welcome to my wedding tip series. Today, we're going to talk about the almighty DIY. For those of you who don't know, that's do it yourself. Today, we're going to discuss should you or shouldn't you. There are some things you definitely want to try and do yourself and save money, plus it could be fun. But there are some things that you want to hire a professional and let someone else worry about it. First thing is, do you actually like the activity you are about to do? If you don't like the activity, that's a big alarm bell that you should not try to DIY. If you think that a project is going to be fun and you find yourself really crafty, then go ahead and this might be something that you can take on. The next thing is how important is the thing that you're going to do. Depending on your confidence in your abilities, if something is not very important, then you can DIY, save a lot of money, turns out just fine. But if something is really important, as in if you try doing it yourself and mess up, it ruins everything, well, now it's time to hire a professional so you don't have to worry about taking on that task. Next thing is the outcome. A lot of times when people try and do it themselves, the outcome is not the same as a professional level. For instance, if you're gonna try a relatively low importance item, like a cake topper, then you can do it yourself and it'll look great and everyone will love it. But a cake topper, if it doesn't get exactly right, you can always take it off and the cake looks great. But if you want to take on a high importance item, for instance, using an iPod instead of a DJ, well, if the iPod doesn't do exactly what you want, if you haven't prepared a proper playlist, or if no one's there to read the crowd and change the music, you could have a dead reception pretty quickly. This is kind of a high importance barrier that if you don't feel confident doing yourself, it might be better to look for a professional. The next thing to think about is cost. A professional has done this a lot of times. They know what it costs and they can do it really efficiently. If you are trying to do something yourself and you start adding up the cost for it and realize your costs of doing it yourself are exactly the same as hiring someone else, added on to all of the extra time and effort you're putting into it, then unless this is a really fun activity that you had your heart on doing, this is a time to hire a professional versus doing it yourself. The last thing to think about is time. What is your time worth to you? This kind of goes into cost. But if it would take you 10 hours to do something and you consider your time worth $10 an hour, but you're only saving $20 or $30 on the do-it-yourself project, then it doesn't make much sense to take on that particular project. But if you've finished all of your planning early and still have a lot of time on your hands, and there are fun projects that you would like to do that you feel competent doing, then by all means, go ahead and that's the time to do it yourself. If at any point during this list you find that you're hesitant about doing a do-it-yourself project, this may be a time to enlist family, friends, or even hire a professional to get the job done right for you so you don't have to worry about it. There's so many things to worry about when you're planning your wedding. The do-it-yourself projects that you weren't excited about shouldn't be on that list. If this tip was helpful, remember to subscribe, find me on Facebook, and thanks for watching.